Haha, this is my collection. And this is all the DVDs and movies I have. We'll start with this. This I got off the internets. It's just the original VHS 2 tape set that I just got just because I'm a collector's fanatic. There's that one. The back there's this little carbon sticker on it. It has all that text. If you could just read it, you just pause right there and read all that stuff. Also, what's so good about these cassette tapes is that they had the little flaps right there on the back, on the inserts of them. So it's kind of like having a DVD insert of them and stuff. And the tapes are just not really much, just that. That's all. And then of course there's the big homely mumbo jumbo DVD set. Now this is technically, I'd have to say, probably the better decision rather than all those other ones, because this includes the whole series, every single one of them. Well, except for Freddy vs. Jason. This was released in 1999, and I like the puzzles, the little puzzle treatment on them. Of course, this is the first film, the first movie, all that and stuff. I'm not sure if I could open up all this. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fan views out there that can actually dissect all these. And these are all the original DVD films. Now I got these primarily because they had, let's see, full screen. Well, they had a full screen version. Now, ironically, these full screen versions are actually almost blown up open matte transfers. And it's so ironic that these disc covers are slightly incorrect. This is a publicity shot from Nightmare 3, not Nightmare 1. See the green sleeves on his sweater. And actually these DVD inserts are actually on the covers of the Nightmare booklet. Like, you open up the booklet, you'll find that these match the insert covers there. And that's the first film, the masterpiece. Straightforward, no bullshit scarefest. Then we move on from the somewhat mediocre Elm Street 2, which technically it's a good film. Well, maybe not a good Nightmare film, but if you're a Freddy fan, this is actually okay. I got this used, has some scratch on it. And this one, that's all the receipts. Yeah, I got this for like, what, $3-4. And this is from Wes Craven's New Nightmare, not Nightmare 2. I'm not sure why they let their Freddy's Revenge font kind of white. But other than that, this wasn't really the Nightmare film that fans really wanted to see, because it seems to be more along the lines of let's say like almost like the Amityville Horror or House on a Haunted Hill meets The Exorcist. It just wasn't really all that way, but at least Freddy is dark and he's scary in this one, so that's a plus. And then Nightmare 3, and you can see that this cover Freddy matches the disc art of Nightmare 1, so it's a little bit ironic. And that's the back cover. All these are widescreen, full screens, and oop, that's my receipt. I always keep all my receipts because I just don't like when they put nothing in their DVDs. That's the insert of Nightmare 3. I like the trench coat a little better. It seems to work more fluently. Then Nightmare 4, the inside of it, which is looks really like Nightmare 4. It's a good cover. All this other stuff. I keep everything in my DVDs. And ever since they put nothing but just a disc in a case, I just get pissed off. Nightmare 5, I'm not sure. This might have came out just maybe a few years too late. This is probably just before all the teen pregnancy craze that hit out. And that's from Freddy's Dead. That's not a Nightmare 5 cover. You can see it because the makeup on him is shit. Freddy's Dead, which it's shit. I know it is worse than Freddy's Revenge. It's more Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's just they left Freddy as a big gag figure, and nobody really liked it. That's the inside cover art. So this was a brand new release. You could tell, but it has these on it. And I don't know, do it that one. Put somewhere. And then a better version than the last one is New Nightmare. I particularly really like this version, probably the third best in this series, with a good story. And that's the cover. You can see that it's kind of there's a big black mark, so they kind of like use some sort of weird Photoshop crap on it and stuff. So this is also a new release. Commentary by Wes Craven. It's good. Snap covers. And this, of course, is the Infinity Film version. Now you may notice it does have a slip cover on here, and this slip cover is, well, it's just an empty case. I like slip covers, but this one is a little too bright. And having it stashed in between on here, it kind of seems to set everything out. And yeah, there's that. Your very own Freddy. Now, this is just a Nightmare remake plus a combo disc when the movie came out. And with the disc art, but this is Nightmare 4 Publicity Freddy. Same thing as this is Nightmare 3 Freddy. And this Freddy cover, as well as the slip cover, is from Freddy vs. Jason. I'm not sure why they did that, but oh well. And this is Never Sleep Again. Apparently this had a slip cover, but I never saw one with a slip cover, so that's a little disappointing that I did. So open it up, and that's the insert. This is like a blank disc. I'm thinking of putting some, at least burning some new features on it so I can save it for later. Yeah. Never Sleep Again. It's the same thing, but kind of this one's zoomed in more. I'm not sure why they did that. And this is Freddy vs. Jason, the nice, shiny one. And it shows the back. It shows a better description than it does on the Blu-ray. But speaking of which, I combined all of them. This is the Blu-ray version. You open up, it's the 2-disc version because I just like customizing my stuff, you see. And speaking of which, here's the Blu-ray version. It's not shiny or anything new, and the back is really stupid. You know, slicer versus a slasher. Which is a slicer? Which is a slasher? It doesn't make any sense. This, of course, is the HD Collection, Nightmare on Elm Street Collection. This, of course, has a whitish cover, but I'm not sure why they did that. You open it up, and that's the cover. Why put in the blue case when they had Scream Collection or the Wolverine? Even in the black case, I have no idea why. So that's the first film, just the same thing as the Infinity Film edition. And these transfers are actually the same transfers that you'd see on the box set or in these transfers. It's just sharper. I don't know. Quite frankly, if you ask me, I don't really know much of a difference, because watching the transfers on this movie on a nice liquid flat screen, not flat TV, but flat screen visual resolution LED 4x3 TV was just stunning. And this, of course, is the Blu-ray version of Nightmare on Elm Street remake, reboot, reimagining. And there's the back of it. This is actually the first Blu-ray that I bought myself, mainly because it had the digital copy. And the DVD did not. Also, since I love customizing my equipment, this is not a bluish, blue cover. It's a nice red HD DVD cover because it just looks so nicely. Otherwise, a blue cover just interrupts the colors. Now, getting into these particular versions. Now, these are not really, these are actually my own versions. Apparently, DirecTV, oops, I have about less than a minute here. DirecTV had the Chiller channel, and they're airing Freddy's Nightmare, so I figured I'll just tape record all of these and just transfer them to my disc so I could watch it at home. But I only managed just to get the first season in there, so I had everything planned. This is like, wait, no, that's, yeah, this was intended to be volume 2, but as it turns out, I have yet to put a cover on it. And this has a few titles in here, but it's all emptied. Same thing with this one. This is volume 3, apparently. And all of these discs are just waiting to be colorized or something. Oops, I'm canceling out, so oops, I'm sorry, this is all I have. It comes with a nice puzzle. Okay, see ya guys.